Hi haters! Today I'm going to show you guys how to make a delicious sugar cookie. It's super easy. All you need is 200 grams of butter. So everything is weighed for this recipe, which is kind of a pain in the ass. But honestly, when it comes to sugar cookies, you have to weigh everything because you want to have the perfect ratio. So we're going to cream the butter just for a second. Then you want to add 150 grams of powdered sugar. Kind of add it half at a time because you don't want it to blow all over the place, if you know what I mean. The other half. Then we're gonna add in one whole large egg, room temperature. Let that cream for another second. And we're gonna add in half a teaspoon of vanilla. I use a good vanilla, as Ina would say. It's Nielsen Massey Bourbon Vanilla. It is a Madagascar vanilla. It's amazing. It's the best stuff you can use when it comes to baking. So this is all mixed properly. So now I'm gonna add in half of the flour. And just let that mix in slowly. And then the other half. Whoops. So I flavored these cookies with vanilla, but you can honestly flavor them with anything. So I would use half a teaspoon of either a rose extract, a mint extract, almond extract, or you can even add like a teaspoon of zest. So whether it's grapefruit zest, lemon, orange, anything would taste great. So you just want to flour the counter a little bit before you dump out the dough. Last thing you want is a sticky mess.
Are you ready to get sticky with Mickey?
So it's going to look a little bit clumpy, it's going to look a little bit weird, but honestly once you dump it out and roll it into a ball, everything is going to be just fine. All right, so we just want to flour the counter before we roll out any of the dough. I like to cut the dough in half because it is quite a big recipe. So just cut that in half. So now I'm going to use this special rolling pin so you can actually adjust the width on the sides of the rolling pin. So you can have 10 millimeters, there's 8 millimeters, 5, or 3, which I'll be using today. It's 3 millimeters. So yeah, these rolling pins allow you to get the perfect thickness of crust. So you can use these rolling pins for anything like this, so like sugar cookies or any kind of cookie that you're gonna roll out. And then you can use it for pie crusts, for rolling fondant if you wanna have the perfect width. Honestly, anything that you want a standard width, these rolling pins are amazing. So I'm gonna use this beautiful rolling pin. You can find them on ourcreativekitchen.com. You get this beautiful pattern, this beautiful design, so it's super elegant, and it's super easy to make, and you will wow a crowd. So you wanna just put your beautiful little cookies onto a parchment-lined cookie tray. I recommend to refrigerate the cookies for at least 20 minutes before you pop them in the oven. That way they kind of keep their shape and they don't sort of puff up in the oven, which you don't want when you're using these beautiful rolling pins because you want the design to be the star, am I right? So we've got a whole tray of cookies here. You can kind of brush off the flour from the tops of the cookies if there's any with your finger or with a little pastry brush. And then you want to cook these in the oven at 375 for around 5 to 7 minutes until they're just slightly golden brown around the edges. You don't want them to be too brown because they're going to keep browning on the pan. I recommend you let them cool for maybe 5 minutes before you transfer them to a cooling rack. And then that is it. You can take them out and decorate them with any kind of icing sugar, glaze, or like a what's that glaze? Royal icing. You can decorate them with royal icing, which is great. Or you can just leave them plain and let the beautiful design be the star of the show. I'm gonna stick these in the oven, 375.